Hello Gemini, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, my friends. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. So we've got a small tower of oracles here. We're going to start with that for the beginning energy. Then we're going to go into the tarot. We're going to clarify that for the week ahead. Gemini, please remember that when I do readings here, that they are for the week ahead, no matter when you find them. They don't have dates or times. So even if you went back in the archive there, you might find something that resonates with you now. These readings do not, that's how energy works. It is, it's changing but ever present, right? It is fluid, it's not linear. So it's not specifically confined to a date of time. All right, here we go. Let's find out what's going on for Gemini, please. Welcome here. If you are brand new and you came in the last couple days, please let me know. I'd love to see you in the comments. Just want to say hello. You connect with me and I connect with you. That's how the energy works. All right, let's take a look here. Tell me about Gemini. What's the archetype energy for Gemini in the week ahead, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What do we got here? We've got the Hermit. It says the light attribute is seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life. Serves personal creativity. So I feel like next week might be a week of you just kind of wanting people to leave you alone, Gemini. I feel like you're contemplating something here. You're trying to see the light. It feels like you want the light on something here. That it says here you're seeking solitude in order to focus intently on inner life. So what do you really want for yourself? Kind of going over what have I done up to here and what do I want to do moving forward? Serving personal creativity. You could be, like some people do creative things when they're looking to meditate or manifest, like painting or playing some music or, crocheting or knitting or, something that will sort of allow your mind to rest, something that you can do mechanically with your hands. You might be one of those people who uses that as a meditation, because some people can't just sit there and meditate, right? And that's a great way to do it if you're a person who fidgets during meditation. We do have the guide, and it is in the reverse on the bottom of the deck, and it says here, the shadow attribute here places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. Very interesting. Look, I feel like this is something that you're contemplating. And what I think that you're contemplating is I think it irritates you, Gemini, that people are making money off of other people with false things. Like, I feel like you are about truth and honesty, right? You are also an air sign. So you're about truth and honesty. You say it as it is. You're there to educate people when you have the information. And I think something here that you're contemplating or thinking about is people who use financial gain as control over other people that they're imparting their spiritual insight on. Because I feel like I always see you as the person who is like the freedom fighter, right? You're the person who's like, no. Like you get in the middle of a group who you think is talking bullshit and you'll be like, no. Let me go over the details with you. I'll tell you what's going on. That's what this feels like. It feels like it's, this might be something that that you are thinking about. Now, I could be speaking to someone who actually is a life coach or someone who does legitimate business like that. And I feel like what you're doing is trying to form a plan so you can do it without being overshadowed by people who are just doing it for money. Look, we see them on the platform all the time. There's some people who do it just for the money of it, right? They're just trying to suck you into their world so you'll give them money. And I'm not saying you, I'm just saying that there are people like that, right? But the thing is, it's not only on the platform, it's in life in general, right? It's in life in general. People will take advantage sometimes. Tell me more about Gemini, please. We have peace. It says, I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. You might be doing that in hermit energy here, that you're trying to release your negative feelings and thoughts about the thing that's irritating you. It feels like you're going in as a little bit of self-care, I want to say, trying to think about what is it that I'm going to do about this? How am I going to be different so I don't get roped into all the charlatans who are just trying to take people's money? You might be someone who helps other people in a spiritual sense because the hermit is quite spiritual. You might be someone who is. We do have patience here. I accept that everything happens in divine order. So I want to say that if you are in this hermit energy next week, be patient with yourself. I feel like you will come up with some sort of an answer to what you're looking for, but I want to say that that answer probably lies in peace. So if you are in this hermit energy and all of a sudden you feel at peace, I feel like that's where your answer lies. Tell me more about Gemini, please. Tell me more about Gemini for the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. Woo. All right, things are flipping around here. We've got be playful, the sandpiper spirit. So that might be an indication. Look, it needs to be fun. People learn better when there's giggles to be had. People are very much more open to learning and giving reciprocity when we can be playful. We have the wolf spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. That's exactly it. I feel like it's telling you that you need to find your own way to teach. So you could be one of thousands of life coaches, or somebody who's really good at giving advice, or somebody who is highly intelligent and gives other people your life advice. I feel like you need to find a way to do it that is different than anyone else by giving people reciprocity, because a lot of people just get on this platform or other platforms just to spew their shit at you and hope that you'll buy their junk, right? And nobody's really, I wouldn't say nobody, but some people just really aren't invested in whether or not you have gains in your life. But I think you're different. We do have turn knowledge into wisdom. So I think that's what's happening here in Hermit energy. And when you've got the wisdom, you will know, because you will have a shift of peace in your life. That's what it feels like here. And a realization that I need to raise people's vibration by teaching them how to laugh, teaching them how to be carefree and playful. We do have turn knowledge into wisdom. This is transformational energy because it's card number 13. We do have a 67, right? So it's card number 13, which is the death card, and that is transformational energy. So you're turning your knowledge into wisdom, and your wisdom is going to be passed on to other people. Set healthy boundaries, because, you know, people will take and take and take, right? You must set energetic boundaries with people. You might be the Empress, right? Card number 3, you could be a person who is an Empress, and masculine or feminine. But what I mean by that is you're someone who's very well-rounded, you're very balanced, you take care of your own stuff, and you're whole. You're a whole person, and you have a lot of wisdom. And a lot of people are going to be attracted to that within you, because they see you as someone who can help them through issues or troubles or life things, or they have questions, and you have the wisdom, which is the Hermit, right? It says here, set healthy boundaries, and this Empress is the one that has wisdom. One more card and we'll get to the tarot. Tell me more about Aquarius, please. I'm sorry, not Aquarius. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. I mean Gemini. Tell me about Gemini, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. What else do we need to know about Gemini for the week ahead, please? We have the Universe, card number 21. This is the World card. You are closing some sort of a chapter of giving away too much of yourself, giving away too much energy. I feel like rather than standing in the midst of the crowd to say, wait a second, that's not what's going on here, instead of like randomly throwing yourself in the middle of something, I think you're doing it in a very organized way, going over the details. I need to pull people into my energy rather than getting myself in the middle of everybody where everybody can take my energy from me. I feel like you're somebody who has decided you're going to close a chapter and transform yourself, your business, who you are, how you give out your energy, your wisdom, whatever it is. Bottom of the deck, it's going to work out for you. Rejoice in celebration. We have the 3 of Cups. So I feel like it's going to be a celebratory time. I feel like your time in Hermit mode, I feel like you use it really super efficiently, but you are super efficient for sure. All right, let's find out what Tarot has to say about Gemini for the week ahead, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini, please. Tell me about Gemini. Tell me about Gemini. What do we need to know about Gemini for the week ahead? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Gemini, are you melting? I'm melting. I'm here in the middle of Canada. We're trying to deal with, like, it's 90, 95 degrees Fahrenheit here, which is crazy. It's pretty crazy. Look, when it gets to be, you know, 70, 75, I'm okay. I'm still outside walking, doing stuff, right? But forget it, man. When it gets to be like this, I'm hiding in the air conditioning. How about you? Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords. It's in the reverse. We have the King of Cups in the reverse, and then we have the 10 of Pentacles. Tell me what else we need to know. We have the Hierophant. Center of the reed is you. Look at that. The Knight of Swords shows up. Center of the reed is Gemini energy. And then we have the Page of Wands. This is the near past, so we'll talk about that. We'll touch on it for a moment. This is the week ahead, and then we have some future energy going on past that week, right? We have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Two of Swords, and then we have the Hanged Man energy. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. Why? Because the Ten of Wands. So what is coming is relief, I want to say. What is coming for you is relief, expansion, relief. It's time to get out there and find out what's out there for you. But I feel like for some of you, you might be waiting for something. And what you're waiting for is to feel less burdened. Possibly. I feel like you're going to take charge of that situation if you are feeling burdened. For those of you that are, I feel like you're the one who's decided you're in charge, and you're just going to take charge of the whole situation of whatever it is that's burdening you here. And I feel like somebody is just waiting to release those burdens, because the 10 Wands is about releasing the burdens, right? No longer carrying other people's stuff. I feel like you unload it while you're in the Hermit energy, while you're in this Virgo energy, going over things and realigning things. That's what it feels like here. So I want to say that in the recent past, which is yesterday or before that, I feel like the reason that you go into this Hermit energy in the week ahead is because the King of Cups is in the reverse. It feels like you're feeling overly emotional or not able to control the emotional state, that you, I feel, are depleted. That's what it feels like. You're emotionally depleted. And it's because of your energy, and people, you know, when you're an empath, people will just come by and take your energy, right? They will use you as a psychologist because you're highly intelligent. They will ask a lot of questions, and can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Because you are very generous with your time. So the Ace of Swords in the reverse to me is a no. It's like, no, bruh, no. I can't talk anymore. I can't give you any more of my energy because I'm feeling emotionally depleted. I'm feeling overly emotional, feeling subject to outbursts here. You might be saying this to your family. You might be saying this to your friends. I just don't have any more energy to give you, and I think that's why you go into this Hermit energy. In the week ahead, I feel like you have a lesson that's learned here. And the lesson is that you need to turn your back on people who are constantly pelting you, wanting information from you. It feels like there are a lot of people in your life, Gemini, who come to you for answers because you are the freedom fighter. You're always the one fighting for family and friends and people that you know. Sometimes it's just social justice, people you don't know. You're always the one that will speak up, right? And I feel like what you've learned, what this lesson is right here, is that you need to face your spiritualism, that it's time for you to be on your own path, and that's what you need to focus on. I feel like this Knight of Swords energy, which is quite aggressive, is telling me that you're getting very aggressive with the higher self, like with the energy of the higher self, going on your own path, doing your own thing. If people want to follow you, fine, but you're not going to make yourself available for people just to continually constantly message you. I need this. I need that. Do you have answers? Can you help me? I feel like somebody here is feeling a little bit depleted in their energy from people who just won't leave them alone. And so it's time to build boundaries, and it's time to put your phone on do not disturb. Yeah, sure, let the kids call, right? You can fix your settings on your phone so the kids can get in touch with you whenever you need, or a parent or something. But it's time for you to take a little bit of a break, because I feel like you have people who don't have as many lessons as you. They're not as, maybe some of them are children, and those children, of course, you need to leave a path open to you so you can help them. But I don't think this is telling me kids. This is telling me about people who are very free with their time, people who don't plan, people who haven't yet realized in their life, because no matter what age they're at, that they must make a plan, their own plan. They got to go into Hermit energy and go over the details, but what they're doing is waiting for you to come out of Hermit energy, hoping that you'll have an answer for them. And while you're in Hermit energy, your phone's blowing up. People are like, where's Gemini? I got a question. So I feel like it's time for you to put up some boundaries, but the Knight of Swords has got their back to the Page of Wands. So it tells me that what you're doing in Hermit energy next week is you're focusing on the self. You're focusing on your spirituality, on the higher self. What do I do in order to be able to stay in this energy of the Hierophant, in this spiritual energy of the Hierophant, without having people suck my energy and make me feel depleted? Because understand that, yes, these people are coming at you, but you're the one that's supposed to build the boundaries for you, right? You're the one that's supposed to say, no, I don't have time for that. I can't answer that question right now, because it's going to put me into a whole whole group chat thing where people are going to be asking me questions about stuff. So we have the forward energy here. I want to say that there is, with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, I want to say that you're tired, that you're blocking people who no longer give you reciprocal energy, that you keep pouring into others, and that's why the King of Cups is in the reverse. You keep pouring into others, but they're not pouring into you, and I feel like you're putting a stop to that. You're putting a stop to that because I feel like while you're in Hermit energy, this is what you're doing. You're in this Hanged Man energy, which is, I need a different perspective on these people who would suck my energy up with a straw. They don't care if you have any energy left for yourself, my friend. And as long as you give it, they will take it because they don't have any energy or they don't have any answers themselves. And that's why they come to you. So if they do make a bad decision, what can they say? Well, Gemini told me to do that. They're going to blame it on you, right? Tell me about the Hierophant, please. Why is the Hierophant here? Tell me about Gemini and the Hierophant energy. Oh, Libra just flew over there. We got the Eight of Swords. All right. Got Justice. Got the Eight of Swords. And we have the Seven of Wands. I feel like it's telling me you need better boundaries. And make sure that you have those boundaries, because I feel that I feel like sometimes you might just distance yourself from people, Eight of Swords, and overthink some things. And I feel like what you need is balance or karmic clearing or karmic lessons or karmic justice here. And I want to say that the only way that you're going to get it is by building some pretty tough boundaries. You are the spiritual giant here amongst your friends and your family. And I feel that's why they always come to you, because you're generous with your time, your answers. And I feel like it's time for you to keep some of that for yourself. Now that you have found your Hierophant energy, you could have Taurus in the chart. You don't have to have Taurus in the chart. Could have Libra for sure. But I feel like instead of overthinking it and going into this place where you put yourself in a prison of the mind, it's time for you to just build the boundaries and make promises to yourself. I'm going to stay behind my boundaries. And tell me about the Knight of Swords here. Tell me about the Knight of Swords for Gemini. All right. We've got the Three of Cups. We've got the Lovers in the reverse. And we've got the Seven of Cups. So I don't care who it is, Gemini. I don't care who it is who's coming at you for answers, for attention, for whatever it is that they need. People might even be asking you, come on out, come out, because look, you're the fun one, right? You're the fun one. You're the chitty, chatty, silly, get everybody laughing kind of energy, right? And I feel like people might be giving you invitations. You might even be wanting people, if you're single, that want to date you. We've got the Lovers in the reverse. I don't feel like you're interested. I feel like you're far more interested in you and taking care of you and the Hermit energy here. Hermit energy is about self-preservation. I think that's what you're into right now. I don't think that you're into helping others with their own problems, because I feel you get overwhelmed really easily here with the Seven of Cups. I feel like you do have people who are pelting you with questions and where's Gemini and why aren't you answering my text? And I feel like you just need a break, to be honest. So the Knight of Swords here, I think at the center, the heart of the matter is telling me you're the heart of the matter. You're the focus. It's about you. It's not about people around you and what they'll take, what you can give. Like, it's not about that, because I feel like they're not filling up your tank. I want to say that they're in this energy of take, take, and take. And I feel like with the Seven of Cups, it's like you have a lot of people coming at you, but these people are coming at you, but they're coming at you in heart space ways. They're people that you love. They're people that are close to you, but you also need a break from those people. If they're all they're doing is tapping into your energy in order to get love, or tapping into your energy in order to get emotional intelligence or emotional clarity. And I feel like every bit of that takes it away from you, Gemini. Tell me about the Page of Wands, please. Why do we have the Page of Wands here? Tell me about the Page of Wands. We have the Nine of Swords. There we go. So we've got the Nine of Swords. I got the Hermit back here. And we have the Empress. So I feel like you are, with the Page of Wands here, I feel like, and the Nine of Swords, it tells me that, you know, it's not an easy feat. Look, when we pull away from people, it's not easy to do that, because especially if you're the person who is always there for them, and you've, you know, although they come at you and they ask you for that energy, please understand you've created the codependency by giving them answers every time they need it. And so we have hermit energy here. When you go off the grid, when you go into hermit energy and you stop answering texts for a day or even a few hours, I feel like people panic. But I feel like when you do come out of that hermit energy, that you do come out the Empress, or in the energy of the Empress, feminine or masculine. The Empress is about abundance, about connection to the universe. It's co-creation. It's creative energy, right? And I feel like the hermit energy, you become aware of the wisdom of the Empress while you're in the hermit energy. And I feel like while your phone is blowing up and it's on do not disturb, I feel like it's worrisome still for you that these people aren't going to like you if you don't get back to them. But I want to say that with this Page of Swords here, you are learning lessons right now, and they have to respect your space and your boundaries when you're learning lessons, because when the student is ready, the teacher appears, and you're becoming the teacher. Right now you're the student of all of your spiritual lessons, and I feel like you're becoming the teacher. You're growing up from this Page of Swords here. So let people watch you from the outside. I feel like right now is a time of expansion for you, that things are going to start showing up that are your manifestations, because I feel like you're about to get all of this peace under control. Like you're about to build boundaries so you have more peace, Gemini. Tell me about the Six of Coins in the reverse. We have the Queen of Swords. You gotta say it. You gotta say it, my friend. And I don't think you'll have a problem with that. We've got the Queen of Swords present here. We've got the Four of Swords here. We've got the Six of Wands. And we have the Three of Wands. So there it is. That's what's coming in here. I feel like what's happening, how you're going to expand your world, expand your energy, and go on to, find out what else is out there. I feel like the Queen of Swords is the person who's going to help you with that. I feel like that's a lesson that you're learning right now, is how to speak up, and how to speak up in a way that's eloquent, intelligent. And it's not like you didn't do that before, but I think you're now doing it with authority. I want to say that you're being not aggressive, but very assertive with, you guys are going to have to wait. There's something that I have to do for me, and I'll get back to you in 3 days. And maybe you don't leave people hanging. Maybe you don't create that kind of distance, but maybe you say to them, look, I'm kind of in the middle of something. Can I get back to you on that in a few days? Like it's like, I feel like it's really important that you keep your energy for you. We do have the Four of Swords with the Queen here, right? The Four of Swords with the Queen of Swords tells me that you are healing the mind, that you are going over in your mind. The Six of Coins in the reverse is people who are not giving you reciprocal energy, people who are breadcrumbing you, taking more than they're pouring into you. And I think the Queen of Swords with the Four of Swords is telling me that it's time for you to just speak up, whether people throw down their swords and leave or not. So you have to be okay with the result that you're getting. And when you get to a place where you just don't care, if people don't comply with how you are growing spiritually, and when you decide that you need boundaries, people aren't going to like you. And that's the truth of it. You got to be okay with it. So I feel like that you want to be really healed before you go into this Queen of Swords energy, because once you open up the floodgates or start going into your DMs, there they all are, giving you all kinds of attention. But I feel like you've already decided that you need to move on from this. You need to move on from people who are just going to use your energy because they can't think for themselves, or they would rather not make a decision, because then if it's a wrong decision or they feel like it's a wrong decision, then they can blame it on you. They don't have to blame it on themselves. So I feel like you're blocking these people, and you're in the Hanged Man energy. With this sacrificial energy, like, I just got to see it from a different perspective here, because it's, this whole thing is not working out for me. We've got the Five of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Cups. So I feel like that's what it is. You're pulling in your psychic energy here. You're going to be really compassionate, but you're going to distance some people here. And we do have the Two of Cups. It might be people that you love, or you might be distancing people so you have more time for relationships, more time for love relationships. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. It's a brand new day for you. This is a brand new path for you, and it's really, really valuable. And it's abundance like crazy. But I feel like you're on this path alone for a reason. I feel like other people cannot be there to clutter your mind, clutter your space, clutter your time. Look, you're going to meet your wish fulfillment on this path. You just got to continue to be the student here. It's not going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of people who see you as somebody who just doesn't want to help them. And I don't feel like that's you at all. I feel like you are sort of done with people who are going to reject you when you need them, and who are just showing up to deplete your energy. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. Thank you so much, Gemini, for coming here and watching. I appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I love you guys, and I'll be back because I'm always back. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.